Alright, tubers. Cold starts.
Alright,
We're rolling.
Alrighty.
You go first and then I'll see if mine goes. And it was 26 degrees this morning. And the sun is slowly thawing things out. Alright, tubes, so that IDI battery tray I picked up for Todd some time ago, we're finally putting to use. And this is what we got it for, was to mount the ARB pump. And as you can see, he's got a pair of twins under here. So they give you 4 mounting holes where you can bolt it from underneath, but the problem that we have is we want to put it in this battery tray, and the battery tray has sort of a recess in a part of it. And so it's not really going to work, and plus we have to position it just right so everything around it clears and we can service it. So what I've done is I've drilled 2 holes in the base and just use I've got a pack of screw and nut combo deals, so we just went ahead and drilled 2 holes around it there, and it seems pretty solid. It would have been, you know, mounted in basically the same surface area going here, so you know it's not gonna vibrate around too much. Should be strong. I put red Loctite on there and cranked them down pretty good, so should be good there. And this thing here is kind of cool. It hooks into the fins on the manifolds back here, and then it just slides back down and screws in with some bolts on the end here. So it's pretty cold out. My nose is freaking sniffling like crazy. Another thing to note is you can loosen up this part of the manifold and move this guy and get your orientation right if you need to adjust it, but I think we're pretty set on keeping it straight up. And then we have a manifold that we're going to bolt right here, and that one we can use the self-tappers.
Yep.
Now let's show them the manifold. So this is the manifold, and you can put a solenoid here, solenoid there, and something else. Maybe that goes to a tank or something?
Well, if you notice, this is, I think this is the same diameter as this, so one side gets a plug and the other side doesn't. Or you can, or you have a port for, you have a third port for something else.
Yeah. You could probably run it to a small tank or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's that, and we just need to make our marks and get it self-tapped into the thing.
Actually, we should probably just hang it like that on the side.
That'll make it easier. Do you want to just do ones on the top and call it good? I mean, it's...
We'll do ones on the top, and then we can just, I mean, take this off, and then we can follow up with the bottom ones.
Okay. Yeah, we can do that. Can you guys see what I'm doing? Looks like you can. Might help if I plug the pressure switch in. You're like, it's not working.
Oh no! Diet Mountain Dew. Oh no!
And then you'd find out that this piece is still in the way. I'm gonna go blow my nose and we'll find out. I'm gonna have to loosen it and back it up. I don't wanna. Alright, Tibbs, to cut the ear off that normally a battery would attach to.
Volkswagen diesel!
Get it back here, we need the motor. I'm gonna be really pissed if it's still on this, which I think it is. Take the baby, take the baby. As you trip over everything.
Yeah, some of the TJ installs that I've seen is that they literally go over the brake reservoir.
Yeah, I've seen a couple like that
and I'm
too.
like, okay, I know space is tight, but why? Something that you may possibly need to get to in a hurry.
Something just dropped in the oil bucket.
What was it?
I hope it's not my phone.
I hope it's not either.
Well, somebody's getting a new phone. I have to investigate. I think it was my phone.
Wait.
So something fell off.
Oh.
The bench while I was grinding something.
Oh no.
Good thing I only paid $100 and some for it.
Well, it's well lubed. You know what? For once, the shit magnet hasn't hit me yet.
It's hit me.
Yeah, I think I'm starting to rub off on you. Power the screen on. See, the screen comes on.
It still works!
Oh, shit.
Cricket phone, everybody!
Wait, turn the screen back on.
Look! It still works!
Oh, unlock the screen. Wow.
Look, I got internet and everything. It's just still
All right.
ZTE cricket phone. $100 and some got dunked in a bucket full of oil.
Wow.
And this is the power harness they give you. It's got 240 amp fuses on it. Oh yeah, we've got plenty of slack, Todd. And this is just gonna take everything off of here. We got lots of slack. That locks in there. This can actually just go through here. Okay, first let me show some of the wiring. And we got everything mostly wired. I ran the harness kind of up and around and across. It's clean as I can get it. We still have some. When you get the S-Pod thing,
It'll clean a lot of this shit up.
We're gonna reorganize this. And I got two powers here. Run this into here. There's a little ground wire that comes out of the harness. I just tied it into there, and then the main ground is right to the battery. So we got that set up. Now we're wiring this a bit differently than you would with
a G.
per the instructions from ARB. So what we're using the main harness, for power and ground. So that's good. We can use that.
That's up to spec. That's the important one.
But what Todd wants to do is he wants to control it differently than how ARB is.
Yeah, I don't
saying
want to
you
use
should.
the included ARB switches.
Because you're supposed to have, one switch when it's on will run the other, but when you push the other one on, it cancels out the other, and we're like, what if you want both blockers?
Yeah. So my thing is that so I already have electric fans, and I have the AC override on one switch, and then I have the regular standard on a different switch. So what I'm wanting to do is I got to figure out which one is the on wire and tap into that for this. So that way when I go in, if I have to do deep water crossing, I just turn off the radiator fans and I turn off the air compressor at the same time. So one wire to control two, and I just less for me to have to worry about.
Yeah. You want to touch that purple wire up against power?
Sounds like a bomber.
Well, that's cool. It works. So now we just got to figure out something with this. We could probably just route it back under all that, and then
Yeah.
it would be nice to, you know what we could do? We could just cut these connectors off and just, that way you can run a short wire to the cab, or you can just route it back around and then it comes back around, however you want to do that.
Oh, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. That's just because we got to get that manifold mounted up to get that finished wired in, and then we still got to plumb air to the locker as well. So
yeah. Okay, so we got the manifold set up here. We had a few leaks, so I just had to go through all these, and actually we used the pump to blow out all the fittings. And I redid them with the tape, and now we have no leaks here at all. This is nice and tight. So you want to go ahead and fire it up?
Sure.
Okay, and then...
So, wait. So what you're hearing there is the cooling fan.
Just nice that it has.
Yeah. For when you're airing up tires, or it's rated to run small impact drivers if you got a air tank, which I have a 5-gallon air tank for a train horn set that I've been meaning to install, just haven't got around to. But I got to see if the horn works on the same PSI that puts out, and if they're close enough, I may just nix the other pump and just try to figure where I'm going to mount the because it's a 5-gallon cylinder pump or cylinder tank, and then we can get the train horns and run impacts if I wanted to later on.
All right. And then you click that on, and then your locker locks.
Yeah, so this is for the locker that we have to hook up still.
Yeah.
Which we can do another day too if we're running out of steam.
So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to work on plumbing the line, and a word of advice is to maybe take some sandpaper and clean the edge up on this, and then put some paste on here so when you stick her in the hole you don't tear her open. So I'm going to work on plumbing that and get it down to that fitting right there in the axle. In fact, do you have the other fittings to attach the hose to the axle?
So here's what I have. So it has a base with a penis spring.
Oh, relief.
And then I have this.
And then there should be like a ferrule.
And then
it's like, oh, no ferrule, you don't get it. Alright, so from the pump manifold, I got the line running down behind the gearbox through this rubber tube to protect it. Goes through a hole in the cross member.
okay, I'm going to charge the air lines.
Okay.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah, send it. Oh, I heard it lock.
Should we unlocked? Locked?
Oh yeah, I'm turning the axle, I can't turn it.
Unlocked.
And it's unlocked. We have a working locker now. So yeah, use the factory brake hold downs. We're a little close here, we could always trim this a little bit, or I could take a zip tie. Actually, I might just do that and wrap it around here. Yeah, maybe I'll do that. We want to keep a decent service loop in it, because we don't want to put a stress on it. So yeah, that's done. So now all that's left is
just wire the pump in.
Yeah, just wiring all your
and
controls
then I'll get
in.
another switch for the locker. Yeah, we're in business.
Yeah, that locker is like.
Nice.
I'm just turning it and it stops. Turning it, stops. Cool. Very nice.
Very nice indeed.
I think you're gonna be a happy camper with this setup.
Yes. Oh yes. They got a rear locker in there, then I can go anywhere.
Yeah. Okay, so we still gotta deal with the washer bottle stuff, but check this out. We got her wired up. Our main harness is blended in with all of that. I'm coming back here, all plugged in. We've got our manifold in. This is the chuck for the air hose that came with the kit that he got. We have our solenoid is all hooked up to the line, run down to the frame like I showed you earlier. And I think we've got plenty of slack for axle movement. There's a nice little curly cue hiding back there. But if this side comes down all the way, it's not gonna be yanking on anything. And if that comes down all the way,
did you remember you reuse the brake tabs?
Yeah, I showed that.
Okay, that was pretty clever.
Yeah, but so if this side comes down, those his straps are gonna catch before that line gets maxed out, gets anywhere near maxed out. So I think we'll be good. I don't think we're going to be rubbing on anything. That's the one thing I'm worried about, is that hose rubbing on stuff and causing a leak, and then you're like, my locker doesn't work. No! So, yeah. And then I was like, man, you know, when you pump this up, how's the air going to go? Well, the valve, when it closes, it lets any air that's in here. When you take away power to this, the valve goes back, and then it has a relief that lets the pressure in this line go out. So I was just like, oh, okay. So we got this wired. He has a main power switch for his fan relay controller. He turns it on, and then we just tied in the purple wire for the pump. So when he turns his main switch on, it will power up the pump, and then when the pump pumps down, it shuts off, and it just maintains pressure.
Yep. Yeah, that's not it.
So
the only thing that'll run continuously is the cooling fan, but that's
yeah,
hardly any draw anyway.
Yeah. But he has control of the fans separate from the relay, right?
Yeah, there's two wires for the fan. There's one that arms the fans, and when it gets to a certain temperature, it's supposed to kick on and cool it back down. There's another wire that you can manually override for, like, if you have air conditioning and have the air conditioner on, then that will automatically turn the fans on.
Yep. So he's got some control over that. But then, like you said, if you're going through high water, you can turn that switch off and everything is off.
Correct.
So, yeah. And we oriented this thing this way so that the filters here aren't in direct line of maybe any rainwater or something that might flow through.
Yeah, and later on I can get I've seen on eBay where they have extended hoses that I can run it back to, like, where the master cylinder is. I can run it farther up.
Just run it like right here.
If it's, if I'm really having, or even just hang it on top of the.
Oh yeah, have it.
Yeah, right here. If I really want to be anal about things.
Yeah. So anyways, this is pretty solid in here. I don't think she's going nowhere. We'll find. There's still Loctite on those screws that I took out a million times, but they're tightened down pretty good. So
nothing's going anywhere.
I think we'll be fine there. Our line is not against anything that's moving. I think she's good. If we have to add a sheath to it to protect it furthermore, we can always do it later. It's no big deal. But I think, yeah, as long as nothing's moving around too much, it shouldn't rub through, and we should be good to go. We don't have any leaks. So, yeah. Alright, Tubes, we're gonna do a little test here. We got our jack. We're gonna test out the pump here. We're gonna air his tires down to 0. He's gonna get his deflator. And then we're gonna pull the core out. Deflate the tire, get it down to 0. And then we're going to use the pump to fill her back up. I think this hose will actually reach all the way around to the other side of the vehicle. I love this connection here. So he's got this little guy here, threads in, and then it pulls the valve core out, and then you can air the bitch out.
Okay, so we're at, well, a little higher than I wanted, but so we're at 38 pounds. We're going to take it all the way down to 0 starting now. Sorry, guess I'm on a bad day real quick.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so we're pretty much out of air.
Okay, did you want to start the rig up so to keep your batteries from going flat, or?
No, because I got dual batteries, remember?
Yeah, I just
Yeah. So remember, on the ARB setup, so you want to thread the valve core back in before you take it off. Get my handy dandy. So just to verify here. No
Nothing.
movement in the stick.
35?
30.
I have mine at, I tapped mine out at 35. I don't want to go any higher.
30 on the dot.
Sweet. Should probably check the other one.
Yep.
Well, that's the only real hack job we've done today. So we're gonna end up getting I've got to find a brick nose IDI truck and steal the washer bottle stuff from that.
Yeah.
Once I do that, then we can get rid of that, and that will be all solid. But other than that, you know, you're pretty much set now with your air compressor. You need to get the switch to...
I can at least air my tires up at least. If I need to go in the snow for search and rescue, I can at least air down and air up. And
yeah.
That'll really... Well, I had a cheap 12-volt plug-in pump, but it was just...
It's like, yeah.
It was okay with 33s, but with 35s now it's begging for mercy. So it was time to upgrade.
Yeah. Well, and then later we'll get that switch wired in, and then you can control that solenoid and have your locker be usable.
Yep.
And then maybe next week, it's supposed to be rainy and nasty, so...
Yeah. But at least we got all the under truck stuff done. Yeah. So, yeah, if I do come back, well, it's going to be Thanksgiving weekend. So,
oh, wait, never mind.
You know, we'll see how things go.
Yeah.
But at least we got everything done under the truck. So
yeah, no, it's just that one last electrical thing.
Yeah, but at least it's on top, and, you know, we shouldn't get... Well, actually, we shouldn't get too wet. We just pull the nose 3/4 of the way in. And,
yeah.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Well, anyways, tubes.
I gotta get ready for work in the morning.
That's a wrap. He's got to work. I think I'm working tomorrow too. Neighbor got a new truck. He might be doing a lift on it, so that might be something that'll come up. Other than that, we're down here. So soon he'll have his. Oh, the locker works. Just need a wire and a switch to activate the solenoid. Yeah, I think it's pretty cool. So.